get so many people asking us about the gear that we've put on our van that 4x4 Mega World has done for us, that I thought I'd do a quick walk around the vehicle and show you exactly what it is, but more importantly why we decided to put those things on. So in front here we have a T-Max 9000 winch, amazing pulling power. We are going to be quite heavy and also pulling a trailer, so you really want to make sure that you've got that pulling power. But probably the most important thing for me is that we are traveling alone. So having a winch is just like that insurance that should you get yourself into a situation where you are stuck, 9 times out of 10 there's going to be no one else around us. So having that winch is really important for us. The other thing that we put on the vehicle is some underbody protection, and what that is an upgraded protection that runs from the front of your vehicle down under the engine, under the sump and towards the gearbox. It's really important to have this on your car. It's extremely underrated because if you're in a wilderness area, like I'll give you an example, we were driving down a funny old track that had been disused for a long time, and there was a stump that I couldn't see growing through a little bush, and I drove into that stump at very slow speed, like crawling along, first gear, low range, but that was enough to bend the steering arm of my vehicle. And if that happens in the middle of nowhere somewhere out in Africa, then that's not going to end so well. So moving around the side of the vehicle, we have installed a snorkel. I have no doubt that we're going to find ourselves in some situations, especially in the rainy season, where a snorkel will be absolutely vital for us. And it's really important when these are installed to make sure that they're done properly. Guys at 4x4 Mega World have made sure that this is fully sealed, so especially like where it goes into your airbox, to make sure that your vehicle doesn't run the risk of taking on any water if you are going to be wading through any of those deep water crossings that we're definitely going to find along the way out there. The other thing about these is also you need to just remember that if you're going to raise the air intake, you should take the time to raise anything else that could suck in water. Some vehicles have diff breathers, gearbox breathers, so that's something also to think about. I can't recommend highly enough putting a proper 4x4 off-road bumper on the back of your vehicle. We are going to be towing heavy weights. We're going to be in recovery situations where we need the right jacking points and also the right recovery points on the vehicle where we can connect straps and that sort of thing. Another crack bit of kit for us that we've installed is a drawer system. Been using it for a few days now, and it really impresses me how convenient it makes it. So you've got a surface where you can pack a whole lot of stuff on top. Maybe this is your day-to-day stuff that you're going to use all the time, and then underneath you can put a ton of stuff in these drawers. I mean, they're absolutely huge, really easy to use. And then also a really cool feature is on the sides you've got these little sections here where you can open it up, and then you've got a whole lot of storage down the side there. So I know a lot of guys put their dual battery systems in there. Ours is in the front, so this is all just really convenient storage to keep stuff out the way. If you're going to be on tour for 12 months, you need to be super organized and things need to be convenient. We've got this amazing tilting fridge slide. So not only does it slide out of the vehicle, but with one hand it will lift and tilt down, which means that you can actually get into the fridge, get the stuff that you need. Cold beer, just saying, it's really important. And then you can pick it up again, slide it back in, and it's locked in place. Last but not least, we've got our recovery tracks. Some people call them sand ladders, but they're so much more than that. You can use them in muddy terrain, you can use them when you bog down in a river. Make sure you connect the leash that comes with these Tread Pros, really amazing idea. And then obviously in sand, they're really, really good for that. But again, we are going to be alone a lot of the time when we are touring, and I can't stress enough, like as a husband and a father, it gives me a lot of anxiety that I'm going to be able to look after my family and make sure that we can get out of any jam we find ourselves in. And these recovery tracks are really going to help us to do that. I really hope you enjoyed checking out all the gear that we've been putting on our vehicle to get ourselves kitted for our 2021 East Africa tour. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't so you can follow along. And I'll also put a link in the description below to all the gear that we put on so you can check that out online. We'll see you soon. Cheers.